Jane's Addiction are calling it quits on their reunion tour. Days after their Boston concert came to an abrupt end when lead singer Perry Farrell threw a punch at guitarist Dave Navarro. To all the fans, the band have made the difficult decision to take some time away as a group, read a brief statement shared on the band's official social accounts. As such, they will be canceling the remainder of the tour. The announcement goes on to say that refunds for the canceled dates will be issued at your point of purchase or otherwise from third-party resale sites. While this post made no direct reference to the September 13th altercation, a lengthier statement was shared by Navarro, bassist Eric Avery, and drummer Stephen Perkins on their individual Instagram pages, citing issues with Farrell. Due to a continuing pattern of behavior and the mental health difficulties of our singer Perry Farrell, we have come to the conclusion that we have no choice but to discontinue the current U.S. tour, said the joint statement. Our concern for his personal health and safety, as well as our own, has left us no alternative. We hope that he will find the help he needs. They continued, "We deeply regret that we are not able to come through for all our fans who have already bought tickets. We can see no solution that would either ensure a safe environment on stage or reliably allow us to deliver a great performance on a nightly basis." The trio concluded, "Our hearts are broken," before signing off, Dave, Eric, and Stephen. Farrell subsequently shared his own statement to his Instagram story. "This weekend has been incredibly difficult, and after having the time and space to reflect, it is only right that I apologize to my bandmates, especially Dave Navarro, fans, family, and friends for my actions during Friday's show," Farrell wrote. "Unfortunately, my breaking point resulted in inexcusable behavior, and I take full accountability for how I chose to handle the situation." Representatives for Farrell and Jane's Addiction did not immediately respond to Entertainment Weekly's request for further comment. Jane's Addiction had been slated to continue their tour, the first to feature the group's original lineup of Farrell, Navarro, Avery, and Perkins since 2010, with 14 upcoming shows. They canceled Sunday's show at Connecticut's Hartford Healthcare Amphitheater in the immediate aftermath of the brawl, while issuing a heartfelt apology to their fans. Navarro hinted at this outcome over the weekend when he shared a photo of himself holding a Jane's Addiction guitar with the caption, "Good night." The Friday incident saw Farrell shock the Boston crowd towards the end of the band's set after he threw a punch at Navarro. Per fan-captured video footage, the incident occurred while the group was in the middle of performing their song Ocean Size. Farrell can be seen walking towards Navarro and shoving the guitarist's shoulder. He then yells at the guitarist, who attempts to distance himself from Farrell before the singer punches Navarro's chest. This is when crew members and Avery stepped in, pulling Farrell away. Farrell's wife, Eddie Lau Farrell, shared her perspective on the fight the following day, writing on Instagram that tension and animosity had been brewing between the bandmates and explaining that her husband was upset about the concert sound levels drowning out his vocals. "The band started the song Ocean before Perry was ready and did the count off," she wrote. "The stage volume was so loud at that point that Perry couldn't hear Patti, the boom and the vibration of the instruments, and by the end of the song, he wasn't singing, he was screaming just to be heard." This led to Perry punching Navarro, whom Eddie complimented for handling the situation coolly. However, she criticized Avery for taking cheap shots, alleging that he put the singer in a headlock and punched him 3 times out of the aftermath. Eddie said her husband was a crazed beast for the next half an hour before he eventually did break down and cried and cried. Jane's Addiction are well known as one of the bands who led the alternative rock wave in the late 80s, with hit songs including Jane Says, Been Caught Stealing, and Mountain Song. They originally split at the height of their popularity in 1991 while organizing and headlining the first ever Lollapalooza festival. Farrell and Perkins went on to form Porno for Pyros, while Navarro and Avery briefly joined forces for the group Deconstruction. The band has reformed in different configurations over the years, often with one or more members missing.